Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. Today we're in Olympia in the Capitol. We're inside the elegant stateroom and we're talking to our lawmakers about what they're working on for you. My guest today is longtime Republican Senator Jim Honeyford. Jim, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. Now, your top priority on your website is job creation. It not only helps people's lives, but it solves our state's budget problems.
Right. I really believe that if we have the adequate job creation and people working, then our budget problems disappear and we have more tax revenues because more people are working. And so it's important that we look at all aspects. Some call them loopholes, but there are tax incentives to encourage business to expand or a new business to come in. They trying to control the regulations that the government puts out so that they don't stifle development. Those kind of things are my priorities, and we want more jobs and more people working.
You have sponsored a bill that's going to help our honeybee keepers. It's going to help them get around the business and occupation tax and label their products as agricultural products. Yes.
Bees are so important for our tree fruit industry. In fact, I think it's about 3/4 of our food products depend on bees for pollination. It's impossible, I think, for agriculture to exist without the bees, and to look at the products that they have as not an agricultural product. I look at the chickens, the eggs are an agricultural product, pollen, honey from the bees should be an agricultural product, and so to encourage them and to make it a fair playing field, because we have border counties where bees come in from out of state, they don't pay the same B&O tax, so they operate cheaper, and our local businesses suffer because of that, and so we don't have to continue that fight. We did a tax exemption last year for them, and I just thought, let's do it right and make them agriculture. We don't have to fight that fight every so often.
Well, and transporting large numbers of bees long distances, some people are concerned about that. When you're sitting in your car next to a truck full of honeybees, that can be a little intimidating.
Well, yes, I used to carry an EpiPen because I had allergies, I guess, reactions to bee stings, and apparently have outgrown that. But yes, but the bees, interestingly enough, they travel all over. One of the beekeepers in the Yakima Valley, I called him last week, and he was in California setting up hives for almond orchards. And so they do travel throughout the Pacific West Coast for their business.
And you've sponsored another bill that's very important to try to keep some mussels out of the Pacific Northwest that really threaten all of our waters.
Right. This is the invasive species bill. Last night it passed out of Ways and Means with an appropriation in it of diverting 10% of the boat excise tax to this program. Ways and Means Chair told me I've got to scale that down. That was about $1.5 million to go to this program. But the quagga mussels and the zebra mussels are very invasive, and they are not in the Pacific Northwest. And we have an organization called PNWR, the Pacific Northwest Economic Region, that has been working on this, trying to coordinate the efforts to put a barrier, I guess, around the Pacific Northwest so they don't come in, and that involves inspections and education and enforcement, and that's where this money is trying to go to. There's all kinds of bad results if they get into our water, and so we're trying to keep them out, and that's what the intent of this bill is.
All right, Jim, thank you for your work.
You bet.
We appreciate you joining us. Yep. This is Senator Jim Honeyford. I'm Dana Cowley, and you're watching Charter Local Edition Northwest.